Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I put it on mute while I was getting situated. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the like already. Hello, your art loving girl. And then Malia said, I can't hear you. Thank you. See, we got some people coming in. I see y'all. I see y'all. Y'all, we're going to be making homemade cornbread. You heard me. I didn't say cornbread. I said cornbread. So this cornbread is going to be something like your grandma would make, okay? It's going to have a little butter in it. We're going to put some honey in it. And Rapana said hi, hello, hello, hello. Somebody, who was that? Nicholas said, hey, all right, get to cooking. Right. Stop all the chat, right? The fat chat. But anyway, so we're going to get started, y'all. We don't want the video to go on forever. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Is that Mukesh? All right. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. I got everything pretty much ready. Okay. So we have our glass bowl. Hopefully you all can see me pretty good. I'm hoping you guys should be able to see me pretty good. Okay, so we have our, so we're gonna use cornmeal. Use any kind of cornmeal that you want, okay? But this is what we are using, okay? Self-rising cornmeal works better, but I don't have any self-rising cornmeal, so we're gonna use baking powder, okay? So we're gonna mix our first four ingredients, which is our cornmeal. There's our cornmeal, okay? And then we're gonna take our baking powder and we're gonna go until the ancestors say stop, okay? All right, because we want it to rise pretty good. We're gonna take our whisker and mix it in there. Because if you don't mix it pretty good, it's gonna taste like metal, okay? You never made cornbread before? Is that your art-loving girl? You never made cornbread? Girl, you can't be buying store-bought cornbread. You got to make your cornbread at home. It is the best. All right, and then we're just going to take a little bit of milk because with our dry ingredients, if we don't mix something in there before we mix our other ingredients, it'll make it taste like metal, okay? So let's put a little bit of milk in there. Just a little bit so it mixes our dry ingredients. Okay. Now it's probably about a half a cup, okay? So, all right, so we got that in there. All right. All right, we're gonna mix in our corn, cream style corn. This is gonna give you your sweet really that you need, but we're gonna add a little extra sweetener, not sugar. So cream style corn, all right? About 8.5 ounces. That's all you need, about 8.5 ounces, okay? So we're gonna pour that in there. There's our corn. And we're gonna mix. And you can see our baking powder is already starting to rise up. All right. So you see we got our corn in there. We're gonna take our measuring cup. We have butter. All right. So that's about 1/3 of a cup of butter. Oh, no, about 1/4, okay? You can do all oil or you can do all butter. We're doing half and half here. So we're gonna do, so now we have 1/2 cup of butter and olive oil. You can use canola oil as well, all right? So this is what we are using. All right, I have a spoon here, so we're gonna mix the butter and our oil just a little bit. All right, and we're gonna pour it in there. So you'll see that butter and the oil is mixed in there. This is something like your grandma would make. I have never had cornbread with corn. Was that cream corn or plain corn? It was cream corn because it gives it that sweet taste. See, you learned something different, right? With corn. I'm gonna also throw something else in there, maybe that you've never seen as well. Okay, so you see how we have it mixed pretty good. Yeah, this is a good cornbread to make. All right, so we got it mixed in there. All right, and then your eggs. We got 2 eggs here, guys. All right, so we're going to make sure we don't get any shells in there. And there's our eggs. Let's wipe our hands. It's the holiday, so you guys see I got on my holiday pajamas and gingerbread kitchen towel. Aww. Artworks, thank you. How sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the love. All right. Malia Artworks, thank you. All right, so y'all seen we got them eggs in there. That's a likey like. Thank you. How sweet. Okay, so we got our eggs in there, all right? So we're gonna mix, 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 all right? We got our cream corn. You can see those pieces in there. Here are, you see that? You can see some of the corn in there. And like I said, self-rising cornmeal works better, but I don't have any, so that's why I added the baking powder. Get self-rising if you can. Okay, you'll save yourself some trouble. All right, and then our last ingredient is gonna be our sour cream. And if you're in here, if you haven't hit a likey like, please hit a likey like. Your girl is trying to grow her channel, so make sure you hit that like button. Hit the likey like, hit the likey like. All right, then we have our sour cream. Okay, we're gonna add that. Let's talk about this. So we're gonna make it in a cast iron skillet. Now, before I make my cornbread, I take a little bit of butter, about a tablespoonful, maybe a little less, and I put it in the oven and I let it melt. When it melts really nice, it bubbles, and then you pour your cornbread in there, and it gives you a nice, good, crisp edge. Okay, so we already have that ready. Our oven is on 400. All right, and let's put our sour cream in there. And now that we already have this mix, guys, mix pretty good. Use the whisker to mix it up, especially that baking powder. But remember, self-rising cornmeal works better. This is a flourless cornmeal. A flourless cornmeal. You do not need any flour, okay? Just subscribe. Thank you, your art-loving girl, for subscribing. I appreciate you, sweetie. Hi, Zakia. Hey, Queen. I'm glad you caught me. Hello, Zakia. How are you? How are you? I really appreciate all the love, the people that are here, the people that are leaving comments, letting me know you're here. And like I said, leaving comments and, engaging, it helps the algorithm because I'm trying to grow my channel. Don't forget to hit the likey like, guys. Don't forget. Okay, so now that we have our cornbread and that ingredients, oh, and I forgot to tell you guys as well, I'll show you guys what we are eating with this cornbread today, all right? So we're gonna work our sour cream in there, and you guys see. Okay, so we're gonna take, this is 8 ounces of sour cream. We're putting all this sour cream in there, okay? All of it, all right? All that's in there. Throw that away. And we are going to work. We're going to fold our sour cream in there, okay? So you're going to fold the sour cream. And I need something different for this one. All right? So we're going to fold the sour cream in there. Like so. Just kind of mix it. When it's all done, it's all mixed in there regardless of what. All right. All right, now we're just gonna mix, 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 mix. Look at that. This looks so good. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. She said, I need all the cooking advice I can get. Man. As I was telling everyone, Zakia, when you're making this cornbread, try to get self-rising cornmeal. Saves yourself a trip. You don't have to add the baking powder, because it can really give it a taste that you're not looking for. So I really encourage you guys to get self-rising cornmeal. Okay, once again, this is a flourless cornbread because it's cornbread, right? It's not corn and flour bread, right? It's cornbread. All right, so if you want to add a little sweetener, you could add sugar, do what you do. You could leave it as is. The corn does give you a sweet flavor, but we're just going to add just a little bit today, okay? So here's our honey. So I guess we're going to have honey cornbread, right? We don't want stuff too sweet here. We don't want stuff too salty because it causes what? Diabetes and high blood pressure. So we have to be more mindful. I mean, you could do what you do. If you want to add a whole bunch of it, then you add a whole bunch of it. Hi, TOK. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming in. Thank you. All right, guys. Look at that. Put all this over here. And I already had everything pre-ready before I even came on. As far as all of my mix. The cornmeal, I did a cup. The baking powder, I did until the ancestor said stop, which is like 2 tablespoons full. But, okay. So now we are going to, hold on, guys. We're going to pour our cornbread in our cast iron skillet. And I usually clean as I go along, but I don't want to be turning the water on with you guys on here. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing? Okay, hold on. Dang it. I don't know if I should bring this closer. Is that a little better for you? Who said they can't see? Oh, Malia Artworks. As far as cooking other stuff, your art-loving girl, okay, you can see it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know as well. As far as cooking other stuff, I'm going to show you all what I made. I cooked it prior because I was going to, so I made something else to go with the cornbread. And I was going to go live. And I said, no, that takes too long. So I'm going to put that video up. I'm going to show you guys what I made, but I'm going to put that video up and then you can go and check it out. Okay, later. But this is our cornbread. All right. And I'm going to take this off and we're going to put our cornbread in the oven. All right. So let me turn it. All right. So this is our cornbread, as you all can see. This is our ingredients. We have our cornmeal. Remember, get self-rising. All right. Cream style corn. Baking powder. But if you get self-rising, you do not need the baking powder. Okay. Use olive oil. All right. You're going to use butter. All right. And then if you want something sweet, remember the corn gives you your sweet, but the honey will give you, you know, a little sweeter. So instead of adding sugar, add honey. I mean, sweet is sweet, but at least this is a real raw honey. Okay. All right. So I think that's all the ingredients other than the sour cream. The sour cream goes in last. Put your sour cream in last. And if you're in here, if you have not giving me a like, make sure you hit a likey like. All right. So we're going to put it in the oven. And remember, I put butter in mine because the butter is going to crisp the edges around. All right. We're going to close our oven up. And we are at 400. And we're going to go for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to put it on 30 and then check it. Hey, Google, set a timer for 30 minutes. And then let's show you guys what we have cooking. Let me get a spoon. Hold on, guys, because I got stuff everywhere now. All right. Thank you, Malia. Thank you, girl, for looking out for me. And these are our lima beans. So today we made Southern style lima beans. This is some lima beans that your grandma would make, okay? That video will be coming up. Hope I just made them today, so hopefully I will get the video out. And look at that smoked turkey. This smoked turkey is some of the best. And so it's going to fall off. This is going to be my protein. I also added some red bell peppers and purple onions. I love color, you all. So that's why I add a bunch of color to my food, okay? And so these lima beans, I'm gonna try some on camera for you guys. Let me get a bowl. Let me get a bowl. And then I'm gonna try some of the limas on camera for you guys. These lima beans, they ain't no joke. They are no joke. Hold on. No joke. So we got that cornbread in the oven, all right? And we're gonna try. We got a spoon there. Our lima beans. Hold on, guys. Let me get some of these. And they hot, so. All right, so here's these lima beans. They smell, oh my goodness, they smell so good. You know how like you was young and your grandma would just cook a good meal? If you had a grandma or a granny, I had a granny, and she made some of the best food. And it's just like, it's comfort for me, and it takes me way back like to like good times. You know, you smell something and it just reminds you of something. This takes me back to my granny and just, you know, growing up in her home and just always some food. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Okay, so let me make sure I'm not missing any of you all's comments, because I do like to make sure that I am engaging with my audience. I see there's a Joanne. Hi, Joanne. Thank you for coming in. Malia's in there. We got Tracy Marshall. Thank you. She said it looks good. Malia said double click to do a like. That's right. Malia said it looks good. Okay. So, yep. Make sure y'all give me likey likes. Malia, that was so sweet of you to drop some money. I mean, just so sweet of you. Okay. So, y'all see how this is. It's steaming now. So these are the lima beans with the smoked turkey. I want to talk about that too. When the recipe comes out, you all will see it. The smoked turkey. So I used vegetable broth, and I also used smoked turkey. With the smoked turkey, it already has a great taste to it. And then the broth already has salt. Now you can get low sodium. When I was in the store yesterday for the vegetable broth, there was no low sodium. So I had to get the regular one. So of course, that means I added 0 salt, and they taste amazing. Absolute amazing. All right. These are some good lima beans. You like lima beans? Comment down below. Have you ever had lima beans? If you have, do you prefer lima beans or butter beans? I was looking for butter beans and they didn't have any, so I had to get the limas. So I added just a little bit of butter, and then it tastes like butter beans to me. Because lima beans and butter beans are pretty much the same. You're so good. Can't nobody tell this girl she cannot cook a Southern meal, because she can. She can cook. This girl can cook. So I said, let me start doing videos to show y'all that, you know, share this love. It's the holiday season. I love lima beans and butter beans. Ooh, you like both of them, Malia? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, navy beans. That's crazy, because I seen the navy beans yesterday too. And I'm like, do I want to get navies? Because they didn't have butter. And I was like, no, I'm going to go with lima. So navy beans are good. Self-motivated, you are right. They are good. Navy beans make a good bean pie. If I can perfect a bean pie, man, that would be crazy. So yeah, so you love lima beans and butter beans. They are both good. I'm telling you, once I put this recipe, or once I put it out, there's several different people, but once I put it out, you'll get to see how simple and easy it was. So you can make mine and see how they taste without salt. I use onion powder and garlic powder. I need specific information how to prepare turkey for beans. That's very easy. Tracy, Marshall, that video is coming out. I just made them today, so I'm going to try to edit the video and get it out tonight. But really, you just want to take your smoked turkey and prepare it. You're going to cook it first, really, for about 30 minutes. Make sure you add your broth, okay? And then, you can cook it like another 30 to 45 minutes because you want it soft to where it's kind of, you can take your fork and kind of pull it off the bone. And then that's when you know that, okay, let me add, some more water or a little bit of your broth. I do add water once again because I don't want it salty. Self-motivated said, yes, Mary, I remember you. Yeah, girl. Hey, Mary, how come I didn't see you anywhere? I didn't see you earlier. Yes, Mary, I remember you. Hello, hello, hello. Who said, okay, you did kidney beans today with sausage and smoked pork bones? Girl, you ain't playing, self-motivated. How come you didn't invite me? You ain't playing. That's the only thing, though. I don't do the pork. I know a lot of people still like pork, and that's okay. I'm not judging anybody. Just for the pork, it's like, I'm just not a pork person. And I think it's more of the salt. I don't know what it is. And so it's just not me. But I mean, you sound like you got down. That's how my grandma used to make it, girl. She would get down with the get down. So I already know what that tastes like. And then you put some sausage in it. You wasn't playing. Yeah, and it is just for the taste. So self-motivated. Have you ever tried it? Which you probably have. I'm just ask. Have you ever made your beans with smoked turkey? I'm asking for a reason. Oh, and you got ribs in the oven, so you showing out. Okay. Where you from? Self-motivated. Where are you originally from? And Malia? Oh, you cooked some 15 bean soup? Oh, man. That 15 bean soup is good. Now, are you having any type of bread with it or anything like that, Malia? Artworks? You having any type of bread, or are you just eating the beans by itself? Which is fine. Really, is better by itself. The cornbread, honey, just gives us extra hips, honey. Dang, y'all ain't playing. Oh, and rice and cornbread? Okay, dang, ribs, cornbread, and rice, and the beans. You made a whole Southern meal. See, I'm holding out. Self-motivated. Said, oh, I can have some. Well, thank you. Y'all be cooking. Y'all really be cooking in here. I'm glad y'all joined me. It is nice, honestly, to see people that cook, that join these lives, because people can give like what they add and what they take away. And, if you like cooking like I do, it's so therapeutic and it's artistic as far as I'm concerned, because you get to add and just, you are creating. So hopefully stuff is not in my teeth. Hold on, guys. I hate talking with stuff in my teeth. Be happy, be bright, and be you. Yes, it's the holiday time. So you have cooked it with turkey wings. Okay. Uh-oh. Let me see. Hope I didn't do nothing. Let me see. Cooked it with turkey. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing anybody's comment. And if you're in here, I see we got some people in there, but it's not, the likes aren't matching, so don't forget to hit a likey. Your girl's trying to grow her channel. So yeah, anyway, so we do have the cornbread in the oven. I cannot wait till it's done. I don't know if I'm gonna stay on that long. I don't know. We're gonna see. We might be able to if we get enough engagement in the comments, then I might be able to stay on, because I just don't want to be on here just looking at the camera. Self-motivated said, where am I from? Well, I'm originally from the Midwest, which is Iowa, but my grandmother is from Texas, and of course my other grandmother is from New Orleans. So there's that mix there, but the Midwest. And you're going to try making cornbread my way. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But remember, Malia, Artworks, if you can get self-rising cornmeal, it's much better. Because when you have to take your cornmeal and add your baking powder, sometimes it doesn't mix well, and the taste won't be nice. So that's why I said if you can get self-rising cornmeal, much better. Okay, I just use what I had here, and I kind of know how to mix things so I don't get, crazy taste. Self-motivated, where are you from? Yep, I'm from the Midwest, which is Iowa. I'm an Iowa girl, the corn state. Cornbread fed. That's why I be like, whew, it's the hips, girl. It is the hips. It is the hips. Cornbread fed. That's the state I'm from. Houston, Texas. OMG. Y'all got some good turkey legs, turkey necks there. I was just in Houston. Boy, just like some months ago. I visit Houston frequently. And I also live there. I moved there from California to try it. And I didn't like it. I'll get into that another day, of some things that I just didn't like and some things I liked, and the bad outweighed the good. So I was like, I gotta get out of here. It was too much for me. It was really, first off, just living somewhere where, okay, California, right? We have the best weather. We have all of the leaves, she said, come back. That's what my sis says. Come down here and buy. Come down here and buy. She lives in some condos. When I lived there, I lived in the Galleria area. First off, it was pricey, which is fine. I like to be comfortable. But let me tell you, this is a story. This is crazy, and you're probably not going to believe it. But listen to this. When I was living in Houston, let me tell you this crazy story. So I had a alarm on my condo that was there, right? I was renting. And so it's a couple times, maybe 3 or 4 times, I came home. She said the rich part. Girl, it's just the regular part, honey, as far as I'm concerned. Shoot, but anyway, I like the area. It was nice. But anyway, so let me tell you the story. Check this out. So living in Houston, so like I said, I had a condo over there. And I kept noticing when I would come home, maybe like 4 times, I was like, how come my alarm isn't off? And when I say I'm a stickler about setting an alarm, I am a stickler, because I want to know if it don't go off, I'm not going in the house, because I'm going in there by myself, So I said, dang, that was weird. So I backed up and I'm like, oh Lord, let me pray. I hope ain't nobody in this house, right? So it happened like 3 or 4 times. Okay, at least 4. And I thought that was weird. The first time I went to the we have to drive down where the rental office was. That's how big it was. But anyway, and I said, I don't think my alarm's working. I came, oh no, it's fine. We're gonna come check it. Second time, I'm like, well, how come my alarm's not working? She was like, no, it's working. She said, we're not showing any. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. I appreciate it. So she said, no, it's working. And she said, we're not seeing any issues here. And I said, well, why is it not? What is going on? So then the third time she was like, oh, well, we had to go into your unit because there was water damage or something upstairs. So in cases when we have to do it like that, we don't let you know. And I said, no, you have to let me know you are entering my apartment. So proper protocol in California is you call. If that person doesn't answer, at least, you leave a message letting them know that you went in their place. Yeah, but it was sudden, it was a hurry. Okay, the 4th time. By that 4th time, I said, it happened. So I went there. She said, no, it's so weird. She said, that is so weird. We don't show any problems. So at that point, I'm pretty livid. This is the story. Listen, stay with me. This is Houston. Y'all, I'm traumatized. I'm I'm coming around the corner with it. So I went to work one day, right? This is a real story. I'm not lying. So I went to work. So in Houston, I work in the lab field. So I went to work and they said, hey, Opal, you got too many hours. So you're going to have to go home. And I said, what you mean? In California, we got hours. If we got 60 hours, whatever we have, we get paid. They said, no, it's just not how it works here. It's just, a little too many hours. So, and I said, well, can you just send me to like another site, and then I could help out there? No, it's just, so I said, okay. So they said you have to go home. Baby, that wasn't nothing but God. I'm telling my right hand to God. I pull in, get out of my car, no lie. Hey, I'm another lab worker. Okay, Tisha, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to talk about that, girl. Yes, girl. I love the lab work. I work for a research lab. Anyway, we're going to get into that, Tisha, because I want to find out some more. But anyway, I'm almost finishing up this story. So I get out of my car. I got my lunch bag in my hand because, they sent me home. So I'm do. No lie. Why was the lady from the office, I'm not lying, and a Mexican man coming out of my apartment? If I'm lying, God gonna strike me down. The lady that worked at the office that kept telling me nothing was wrong, and a Mexican man was coming out of my unit. I said, what are you doing coming out of my apartment? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? She said, well, we had to enter. There were some issues. And I said, why didn't you call me? I said, you're the same lady who I talked to and said that to call for review. And I told you guys I didn't want you in my apartment unless it was an emergency. She was stuck. So she kind of backed up real slow. The Mexican guy, he just went on his way. So she kind of backed up real slow and she didn't come toward me. She went around. And then I got in my car and I went to the office. So then that's when I had called higher ups and everything. And it was like, well, it's pretty normal for them to go in your apartment. But I'm trying to explain to them, I had talked to this lady several times before. And so all in all, that lady was going to my apartment. So that makes sense of how come my alarm wasn't on when I would get home. It was always off. So she was going in there and she didn't reset it. She didn't know my code. So, of course, I couldn't get in if I didn't know the code. So what she was doing was, I guess she was going in there and being with some man. And my apartment is my condo is what she was using. Yeah. So she did not steal anything. I didn't notice anything gone. Because I'm really good about, putting personal stuff up. But my apartment was as clean as ever. But my bed looked like it had been like somebody had been on it. And I don't know, maybe they made it up. But I know how I am. I'm real kind of like anal. So everything was so neat. But it wasn't, my bed was it wasn't the same way. Let's just say that. So no, nothing was stolen. But that is I have so many experiences in Houston. Baby, you go to the airport, then they rude. But before I moved there, they were saying, oh, it's such a yes ma'am state and the people are so respectful and they're so this or that. And, they're nice. And I got there and I'm like, first, and another thing I didn't like, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. And it's like all of us were always saying yes ma'am. Okay, I'll say it to my elders. But when it comes to, certain things, it's like, I don't need to yes ma'am everybody. And I'm sorry, this is just me. I feel like I was back in my grandma's days, slavery days. Yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. It's like I was raised to say yes. I'll say yes, but all the yes ma'am. And it was to some of the people that it was they were thriving off of it. So no, way more stories, but we're not going to get into that. But anyway. So, who else works in the lab? Anybody else on here work in a lab? I know, Tisha, you said you're a lab worker. What state are you in? And what field are you your lab? What do you what do you do? I work for a research lab here, which is a Mind and Brain Institute. And so they're doing studies on, but you have to realize all states come to Houston. Yes, I do realize that. I do. And most people that come from California end up moving back. So yes, I love the red holiday energy. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. I'm trying to keep everything kind of like holiday-like. I like red too. I love bright colors. But yes, you are very, very, very right. They are way, 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 way overpopulated. That's why that traffic is horrible, and they're always, always, always working. It's like infrastructure just, it doesn't stop there. I was working in Pearland. I'm like, this traffic. Oh, NYC pathology lab. Okay, I used to work in a pathology lab. Let me see, I worked in a pathology lab when I got out of school, from like 2004 to 2007, and I loved it. I did. I loved working in the pathology lab. I think, honestly, my best lab job, honestly, because I've had a lot of lab jobs, I would say working for the VA. And I'm going to tell you why, because veterans appreciate what you do for them real bad, who you work for when you was in Houston. I worked for Quest Diagnostics when I was there. I worked for Quest Diagnostics, and I'm telling you, and this, I don't mean this, say this to be rude or be mad or speak against my people, but I had a black supervisor, baby, that was against her own people. And I mean, she was an angry, mean, it's like she was having problems at home with her husband or somebody, and I don't know, probably her husband, and she just wasn't nice. She was rude, and we would kind of go toe to toe, because I'm like, look, I don't know who you think I am, but I don't have to tolerate being talked to like I'm a child. I'm not a child. We are both adults, and you have to give it to get it. It doesn't matter if you're a supervisor or not. I demand respect, and I know you demand it, and I will give it to you, because I won't be insubordinate, but you will not treat me like I'm a child here. So they called HR, honey. It was a lot of stuff, and they were on my side. And she said, I'm sending her to a different lab, baby, to a different supervisor, because she knew me and her, she wasn't gonna bully me. I don't even know if she's even there anymore, but she was a mean lady, and I'm not no mean person. Like, I'm gonna work hard and treat me with respect. Yeah, let me see and make sure yeah, I loved the pathology lab, and I already said it. I like working for the VA because the veterans really appreciate their service. If we have any veterans in here, thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, they were so appreciative to regular people like me to have regular insurance. They think that, you know, that we owe them something. I don't owe you anything. You know, I'm just here doing my job, and I will treat you with respect and dignity. And I will also realize that each person is going through their problems, and these people are sick and everything. And so I take it easy, but you will not, you know, you won't be mean regardless of who you are. Okay. Anyway, let's check the cornbread, y'all. Let's see. Ooh, y'all, we getting closer to it being done. Let me show y'all. Let me take it off the thing. But hold on. Look at that. Ooh. We got a little while left. I'm gonna put a fork in it in a minute. Look at that. It's looking so good. I need to pull it out and put that fork. It smells so good, y'all. So good. See that butter a little bit around the edges where it's crisping. Oh my goodness. Matter of fact, let me get a fork and check the middle right quick. Let's grab a fork. Let's see. Let's see how the middle is looking. We got a little while longer, guys. So we're gonna put that back in there. Okay. I don't think we have too much longer. I'm trying to hold y'all. I don't want to, hold on. I don't want to log out and then, get off and then come back on because it's almost done. But if I have to, I will. But we don't have that much longer. But anyway, so I see everybody, or some people on here is making a good southern meal today, and include me. Mine isn't a full, complete meal, but well, the beans and the turkey is with the cornbread. That is a complete meal. So I guess this is a Southern Saturday. I usually try to do it on Sundays, so I like my little Southern meals, but yeah. But just other foods that I've been making. I'm getting ready to go in for a surgery. So who can give me, I would like to stay on to see. Okay, I'll stay on, Malia. Okay, I'll stay on. So I'll keep trying to make conversation because it's almost done. Thank you so much. Allergic to poultry. Okay, yeah, not meat isn't for everybody, or chicken isn't for everybody. Oh yeah, so I'm getting ready to go in for a surgery. So if anybody can leave some comments of like easy, simple meals before I go in the hospital, I'm gonna be in there like 2 or 3 days. I'm having an L4, L5 spine surgery. Positive comments only. I'm choosing faith over fear. And you all don't know how many people are like, oh my gosh, that's a big surgery, or oh my gosh, so-and-so had it, or whoever had it and it didn't work for them. And I'm like, look, I need all the love and all the positive comments that anybody can ever have. It's going to be on the 15th. Oh, okay, so chicken, turkey, duck, bird, and okay, so just in, okay. Yeah, I understand. What was I saying? Oh, the surgery. Yeah, so I'm having issues within my back. So it's very, very, very painful, and I can barely walk. Like, I can't walk far distances. My leg will go completely numb. And it's been a long road. I mean, a long road. So finally, December 15th, y'all, this surgery is happening, and it's gonna change my life. I can get my normal life back because I like to exercise. I love exercising, especially here in California when it's cool like this. Oh, and you're out there, oh, and you're sweating, but you're not really sweating because the breeze is hitting you. It's so nice. And so I've picked up a lot of weight because back surgeries have advanced. I keep watching a bunch of videos on YouTube, and that's what's been helping me re-entry. Seriously, that's really what's been helping me. And then, just trying to trust, and not trying, but trusting in God that, he's going to get me through it. But it's quite a big surgery. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just got to start thinking of, different foods, just quick stuff to have already in the freezer. I made some chicken and dumplings, so I froze that. I have compression fractures and a cyst on my spine. Oh, man, re-entry. So what is your doctor saying? Because I met a lady at the farmer's market, and me and her were kind of similar, kind of bent over. And anyway, I sell earrings is what I do. I sell earrings made out of fruits and vegetables. All the earrings I make are real. So these are real. And I'm not on here to promote my earrings at all. I was just saying that that's how I ended up meeting her, and we started talking. And you're saying sit down, but see me bending over. So y'all see me bending over a lot, and you wouldn't have known. You probably would have thought, oh, she's just stooping to engage. It's because the pressure when I bend over, it's called like shopping cart syndrome. Because when I bend, it helps the blood flow, so it's not so constricted. So I need a laminectomy and an L4, L5. Yeah. So I need 2 different things. I had seen a surgeon in Texas. It's I think he's in Dallas, or no, San Antonio, Antonio Webb. And I was gonna look him up, but I'm getting closer, so I have to wait. Oh, I have scoliosis. I have a wonderful black chiropractor who is amazing. Wish you were here in Central Texas so you can see her. But the chiropractor doesn't help. I've gone. And they told me the whole time I've been going through this, okay, Google, stop. The whole time I've been going through this, they was telling me it was my hip the whole time. They were saying it's your hip. And I'm like, how is that my hip? And they were like, what do you say? Oh, your L's and T's. Oh, man. Dang it. They were telling me it was my hip and I had like bursitis. I'm like, I can't do anything. Like, it's debilitating. I'm switching my doctor because of that. I've had him for years, but I just don't feel that he listened to me because I wouldn't have gone through this so long. I've ended up in the emergency room, couldn't walk, and they still didn't catch it. When it comes to this, we definitely get overlooked. That's all I can say. I just figured I'll become a snake. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Let me check it. I think it's nearly done. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna start moving some of this stuff out the way. So, at re-entry, still though. So the doctors, I mean, have they tried to do surgery, or have they mentioned it and you're just saying no, or you've had it and it wasn't successful, or like, what's the case? Because you have to have your life back, or at least try to get your life back, you know? All right, let's move some of this stuff out the way. All right. All right, we're gonna move this and we're gonna put our cornbread so you guys could see. Self-motivated. He was looking at my content. Thank you. Yeah. My channel's small. Like I said, I'm trying to grow it. I was in Jamaica right before the hurricane. And it was raining when I was there. Like, it was pouring down. And the thunder, it was so, I'm like, oh my goodness. But after I left, everything went down. Well, I am waiting for mine to start to walk. Okay. Yeah, but yes, I was in Jamaica. I love Jamaica. What about you, self-motivated? You like Jamaica? I love Jamaica. No, it's not about the men. Let's get that clear. It's just a nice getaway for me, and it's just where I feel connected. You know, I've been to Dominican. I've been to a lot of different places, but it's just where I feel really connected at. Oh, self-motivated. You gotta go. I always, I look for the best deals. One time I got a deal on Groupon for $499 from California. It paid for my resort. The resort was absolutely beautiful. I thought this has got to be a gimmick. Nope, wasn't a gimmick. It was $499, but that was before COVID. Now, you know, you can get some deals, but I always pay before I go. So when I come back, I don't have any like lingering bills. In the healing waters. Re-entry, what do you mean? All right, so the cornbread is done, y'all. Let's take it out. Ooh, let's put that there. Soft. Let's turn our oven off. Ooh, look at this cornbread. Let me show y'all. All right. Thanks for the love. I see all the hearts. Thank you. I see the hearts coming through. Hot Springs. Oh, I know what you, okay. Now I got you. Took me a minute to pick it up. But now I'm picking up what you're putting down. I got it. Hot Springs. Yeah, I heard that's supposed to help. And, you know, all I can say is good luck. You know, I'm sending good luck. I'm sending great vibes, healing energy, you know, of the Most High. Because it's so debilitating. I'm really sending, you know, all the good vibes, healing your way. Whew. Oh, thank you. It said Sugar Walls. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you locked? No, reentry. I have not gone to Aruba. It's one of the places. All I know is where that Natalie Holloway girl came up missing, and that guy had ended up murdering her or something. But no, it's beautiful though. I want to go. But my real thing where I want to go is, you're welcome. Reentry is she said I'm tender-headed. Okay, man. Man, then you don't want to get them. But then that's all the more, because then you don't have to worry about doing nothing to your hair. But then when it comes for a retie, if you're tender-headed, it could be a little a little bit. Yeah. But Aruba, so it's beautiful. It is a place I want to go, but I want to go to Tahiti. Has anybody ever been to Tahiti? That's where I want to go. Okay, so let me show y'all. Let's take this cornbread off. This Southern style cornbread that your grandma would make. Look at that. Whew. And we're going to wait a few minutes and we are going to cut it. Okay. Oh, we forgot to put our butter on the top. Hold on, y'all. We're going to get us some butter. Yeah, because when it gets finished, I always put butter. Crochet only? Yeah. Sad story, yeah, reentry, that was very sad. I've never, ever forget that story. That's why I know the name. Okay, crochet, yeah. I mean, crochets are easier. Yeah. Sorry, y'all, I'm moving the thing. I need to put this back on the tripod, really. See how, look at it, soft. And we just gonna put us some butter. I really, I already put butter, remember, when I put it in there. So I'm only using one hand, y'all. So let's put it back, sorry, around them edges. And then let's put some more because it's so soft. We don't want to break it up. Ooh. Put real butter on top? I am. This is a salted, it's a whipped salted butter. This melts easier. I mean, I do got some more real butter. Usually I do, but probably, oh, look, and I done dropped it on there. I don't want that much butter. But probably because I'm on here and I only have one hand. But it has real butter in it. Instead of me using like the oil, the olive oil, I put butter in it. So we got a lot of butter, baby. Okay, we're going to go back to put it back in here. I'm going to try to read a couple comments, and then we're going to cut this cornbread, and we're going to get off here, so I don't want to hold y'all up. Let me see. Put real butter on top. Malia, I put real butter inside, and I did put some on top. Okay, but they can try me if they want. It will be some way in places that would be hollow. Okay. And then beans, Wandering Star. Yes, beans and cornbread. That's what we have here. Malia said, got you. The 10 on that bread states, amen, Pastor. Amen. And Wandering Star, yes, we have some lima beans today. I already showed you guys the lima beans. And the lima beans are popping, baby. With that smoked turkey, can't nobody tell me I can't cook. Because them lima beans, if you was here, you will want almost the whole pot. I would say the whole pot, but you would be too full. Okay, so let's get us a knife. Baby, these... Sugar Wall said, I need a plate or two. Right. Girl, when I be seeing these people on there cooking live and I be hungry, I be like, man, I wish I knew that person. I was on here live on Thanksgiving and people was like, I'll pay you $25. Because there were some people was like, oh, I'm in California. Where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm in so-and-so. And they were like, oh my gosh, we're in the same area. I'll pay you $25 for a plate. I'm like, y'all gonna get me in trouble. I can't be selling no plates on here. And Malay said I need some too. I got y'all. Okay, so let's get us a plate. All right, hopefully y'all can see. Hold on, y'all. Maybe we'll put a little bit of these butter beans in a bowl and then try it with that. Yeah. All right, so we got some of our butter beans and our smoked turkey, and we about to have some cornbread with it, and then we gonna get off of here. I'm in Texas, and I don't mind coming to Cali. Okay? Girl, Texas is one of my spots. Okay. We don't want to touch this because I know it's hot. So, I just want to make sure, put the beans here. Just want to make sure you all can see, because I know earlier, I think it was Malia said, y'all can't see. They don't make us like they used to. Man, for real, for real, for real. Okay. Sleepy time activated. Right, re-entry, right. You know this is the itis food, just straight up itis food. All right, so I'm going to come up closer. All right. We gonna cut this cornbread. Y'all, it's probably too soon to be cut. You know, you need to wait like 15, 20 minutes before you cut cornbread so it don't break all up. But since we on live and I want to get y'all off of here, Sugar Wall says, "Show don't." Okay, show don't. I like that. All right. This cornbread is hot. Let me get mine. It's so hot, y'all, that I don't want it to break up when I'm taking it out. Because it's hot. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Look at this cornbread. Can y'all see it? Don't play with me. Don't play, because I'm not to be played with, okay? Not when it comes to no cooking. Look at that. Oh. Look it. Y'all see it? Do you hear the butter? You can hear the butter. You can hear the butter. Look at that. When it's steaming. OMG. Okay. We're going to take just a little bit. Malia said it looks good. Just a little bit of our honey. A little bit, y'all. Because we already put honey in there. I used to love my cornbread super sweet. I don't like my cornbread sweet like that anymore. Okay. So we just did a light drizzle. Okay, that's our light drizzle. Let me see if I can bring some more light right here. Let me plug this in and see if this will give us some more light. Perhaps. Yeah, that gives us a little more light. Look at that. Ooh, that's way better on the light. Heavy on the light, baby. Look at that. Look at this cornbread. You know, it's something about, you know, the Southern culture, Black people. Baby, when our ancestors had to get together, baby, and make food from them scraps, I would like to be in that part. Not the part where, you know, the traumatic part, but the food part, because I love me some food. I would have loved. But Black people can cook. We have some of the best food. We just have to switch up and learn how to, yes, soul food. We just got to learn how to cook better than a lot. Like, don't use so much sugar and don't use so much salt, you know? And my grandmother, when she would cook, it wasn't salty and it wasn't really sweet, but it was just so good. Yeah. Who was that? Mary? Yes, honey. Yes. Look at that. Remember, if you see this recipe, I use the cornmeal with baking powder. I know what I'm doing. You may not exactly know how to mix it, so you want to get self-rising cornmeal. No flour needed. This is a flourless cornbread. We shouldn't be using flour in our cornbread. It's cornbread, right? So you need flour. All right, so she said, girl, the way we say, I love you. Most people say love you. I'm like, I love you. No. Okay. Yeah, start it in the kitchen. Okay. And it's hot. And it's hot. And it's hot. Baby, this is hot. Baby. Don't play with me. Don't do it. Look at the bottom. Because I put butter in mine. I know, I got some water right here. I put butter in the bottom, and then, you know, I put the butter in the skillet because I like those edges brown like that. This is some good moist cornbread. Very good moist cornbread. Do not use flour for your cornbread, all right? So we're going to have us, let me let it cool down just a bit. Okay, so we got our lima beans and our smoked turkey. All right, so we're gonna let the cornbread cool down just a little more, and we're gonna have another bite, and we're gonna get off of here. Remember to be happy, be bright, and be you. Most of all, I got cornbread all in my hands. Be happy, be bright, and most of all, just be you. I got this cup from TJ Maxx, $4.99. I got my pajamas from some store, I don't know. All right, so we got our smoked turkey. We have our smoked turkey, if I can get it, smoked turkey, lima beans. We want the cornbread stuffing recipe now. I make a pretty good one. Mine is pretty simple. It's pretty basic. My sister, she was like, this is some of the best dressing I've had, but I've had good dressing. And so mine is pretty basic, but she thinks it's really, really, really good. It's pretty basic, but in the gravy, I need to do a gravy. That's what I want to do, a gravy lesson. A lot of people do not know how to make gravy. I make it the most easiest way, and then I cheat a little too. Anyway, so we about to put this spoon in we got the lima beans, the smoked turkey, and the cornbread. Here we go, guys. Mmm, 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 mmm. Baby, I ain't to be played with when it comes in this kitchen. I'm not to be played with. Malia, I got you. I was already going to do a gravy video. I would do a gravy video. It's one of the easiest ones. Like I said, I cheat a little, and I'll show you what I used to cheat. Make sure you subscribe, and hopefully you will catch me. And as a way I do it, like I said, just to make it real easy, if you are like someone that's new to making gravy, I can definitely help you with the gravy. All right? Baby. It's a Southern Saturday over here. See if this cool down. Y'all, this ain't a joke. This cornbread is so good. Look at that. It's so good. See how yellow it is? Baby, this is moist and good. If you make it, I'm going to say before we get off here, if you make it with cornmeal and you use baking powder, make sure you do your dry ingredients first. Your cornmeal and your baking powder. Your dry ingredients first. Add a little milk. Because if you take your corn and put it in there with your oil and your eggs, it's not going to mix well. So you have to use a little bit of milk just to make sure that you've activated your baking powder before. Other than that, you're going to get a bitter taste, okay? So I do need to say that. That's funny. You're almost like Kim Fields when you reacted to that first bite. I like Kim Fields. I ain't seen her in a minute. That's crazy. But anyway, y'all, that was so good. I'm going to try to edit my recipe for the lima beans a little later. If you're someone that came on and you did not get to see the lima beans, let me show you before we get off. All right. And these are the limas. Let me see. I need a little more light. These are the limas. This is the smoked turkey that's in there. And these lima beans are lima, okay? Very, very, very good. Okay, guys, the corn, let me put this back on here. The cornbread is done. I'm glad I was able to stay on at least until it got done. I want to say thank each and every one of you for coming on. Hopefully you will make this cornbread. It's some of the best cornbread you can make. If you take it to somebody's house, they're going to say, whose grandma made that cornbread? It's really good. It's buttery, has a perfect sweetness to it. And I'm trying to think anything else. Oh, and the beans. I'm going to edit tonight. Hi.
I'm here for the cornbread.
Here. Oh, here. Somebody bought the sample for y'all. Hold on. That was perfect timing. My daughter came in with my grandson. Would you like some honey on your cornbread? No honey? Just by itself? And I'm so glad that you liked this live. Hopefully it was nice and chill. I'm trying to make sure that all my stuff is positive. Y'all know they got all this stuff out here that's so negative, and I just want to be a positive soul, you know? I want to bring light. We all need light. We all got our own issues and problems. We don't need all the extra drama and negativity. Now my daughter just came up. Is it hot?
A little hot.
That's what I said. I was hot at this girl named Malia. She said, drink some water. I'm like, yeah. Okay, y'all. She's going to tell y'all how it tastes, and we going to be out.
It's silky.
This is some good cornbread.
It's silky.
You want to come over and get in the
Silky
camera and tell them?
cornbread.
My daughter going to tell y'all about this cornbread.
So, it's very silky. It's really soft and light and tasty, and the butter makes it 100%.
All right. That was perfect. Y'all, that was perfect. I was getting ready to end it. She came up and was like, I need the cornbread. I'm like, perfect timing. I can cook some cornbread, okay? Yeah, don't play with me. But anyway, you all, thank you all so much for coming on. I appreciate all of you. And you sent me some money. You guys are so sweet. You guys are beautiful people. Remember to be good to people, or do unto others as you want done to you. Spread positivity, not negativity. Give love. Hug yourself. Make sure you're giving love. Even if you're having a bad day, don't take it out on somebody else. They don't need to hear that. They just don't. You know, we all have our problems. But anyway, thank you all. Make sure you make the cornbread. Make sure, and my grandson likes it too. And make sure that you guys let me know how it tastes when you do make it. And then I'll try to get the lima bean recipe up tonight so you all compare it. Some of y'all already know how to cook and make some good stuff. I'll see y'all another time. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to come on and make nana pudding. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll see y'all probably around about the same time. And we're going to make nana pudding, and it's gonna be so good. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you all. Blessing and love. Bye, guys.